Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Climate. I'm Meighen Speiser, ecoAmerica's Executive Director, coming to you today from San Francisco, the native Ohlone lands. I'm also your host for today. Thank you for joining. Let's Talk Climate is a webcast series from ecoAmerica. We feature dynamic discussions with local and national leaders, offering diverse perspectives. Let's Talk Climate brings forth the latest thinking and best practices for building public support and political resolve for equitable climate solutions in the US. And we also bring forward tools and resources to help you in your climate advocacy. So today we're going to talk about ecoAmerica's Momentous initiative and our summer campaign that you can participate in. It's all about letting our elected leaders know we want bold and equitable climate solutions that benefit everyone. So let's dive in. First, you might be asking, what is Momentous? Well, I will tell you. Momentous is a statement, it's a commitment, and a campaign. It calls for more ambitious and just climate action. Specifically, it calls on policymakers to have emissions each decade going forward, prioritize climate justice and equity, and restore thriving nature. Importantly, it is also a commitment for each of us individually and organizationally to do what we can toward these same goals. So with so much uncertainty in our world, charting a clear path forward on climate change is essential. Solutions that can minimize impacts, address health, racial and economic inequities, and build our communities and economy back stronger are at hand. We need to unify American support toward effective solutions. So if you haven't already done so, you can read the full statement and sign on as an individual, organization, or both at ecoamerica.org/momentous. And I'm going to show you the website now. So here's the website. On it, you can see the statement. You can see the sign up form. You can see the fabulous list of charter signatories who've already made the commitment, and they're listed by sector. And you can also see, this list is long, you can also see all of the organizations who have also made the commitment as well. So please join us and sign on today. So now what? Well, now, even exactly right now, you can join us in the inaugural advocacy campaign for Momentous, the Summer Action Campaign. And you can get to it from the website on Momentous. So whether you're a seasoned advocate or just getting started, participating in this campaign is easy and rewarding. So trust me, I'm a newbie myself, and I'm grateful for all the experience the ecoAmerican team has brought forward to make participating in this campaign accessible for all of us. The summer campaign consists of just 3 steps, and it goes from now to the end of August. So first step, submit a letter to the editor to your local newspaper. Second, call your congressional delegation. And third, invite others you know to join Momentous and this campaign. So why now, you might ask? Well, Congress is headed home for August, and when they return from recess, they will make the most important decisions yet for our climate and our future. They need to hear from us now. They've delayed climate action, and it'll pick up again in the fall. And robust public support will ensure bold and equitable climate solutions that benefit everyone. So we're making the most of August recess, and we hope you'll join us to let us know, to let them know that Americans want these solutions. In fact, 78% of Americans are personally concerned about climate change, including nearly half of them who are very concerned of us. And 96% of Americans, most of us, believe we have the right to live in a healthy environment with clean air and water. So we have what it takes, and we need to let Congress know that we want them to make the right decisions. Also, we've made it easy for you to participate. So here's the campaign site. Here's the summer action campaign. You can see here that we have created a whole easy to follow step-by-step guidance. So let's click on writing the letter to the editor. Here you will see that we have provided a stepwise guide with links to find the contacts for your local paper. And we've even drafted text for you to use in your letter to the editor. You just copy, edit, and paste. It took me 5 minutes, and I've already written several LTEs, that's the short for letter to the editor. And I've gotten 2 published, one in the San Jose Mercury News, which is a big paper here in the Bay Area, and another in my tiny little local neighborhood paper in San Francisco called the Sunset Beacon. So it's nothing's too small or too large for these letters to the editor. It's quick and easy to do, and it's a great way to engage your community on climate solutions right from the comfort of your own home. So next on the campaign is calling your congressional delegation. Again, we have provided a guide for you to use. It has information. It has key steps to follow. It has tips on what to expect. And it even has a full call script that you can use even when you're live with a staffer, that you can, of course, customize and use with them. Now, most times when you call congressional delegations, you get a voicemail. So you can also use this as a recorded script for their answering service. But in addition to providing all of this guidance, guess what? There's more. Some of you might feel the need to role play or get your sea legs on calling your congressional delegation. So next, you're going to hear from Rebecca and Annie on the ecoAmerica team, who will actually demonstrate for you how to call your congressional delegation. Over to you, Rebecca and Annie.
We're just going to run through it right now. I took Liz's advice. I have the script. I am old school. I like to read things on paper. It's harder for me to do it on the screen. So I have it right in front of me, and I'm ready to go. So Annie, I'm going to be the advocate. Annie is a staffer in my congressperson's office.
Now, I was a staffer about 15 years ago, so I got to pull my history back out of the closet there. All right. Are you going to do the ring ring?
Oh yeah, ring ring. Am I doing it for real?
Congressman Raskin's office. How may I help you?
Hi there, my name is Rebecca Rear, and I'm the director of Climate for Health at ecoAmerica. I'm actually a relatively new resident of Congressman Raskin's district, having moved to Silver Spring about 3 months ago, and really happy to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Actually, I'm calling to speak with a staff person who handles environmental policy. Are they available?
Oh, you know, they're actually not available right now, but I'm happy to either have you leave a voicemail or I can take a message.
That'd be great. I'd love for you to take a message.
Sure.
Cool. So I'm actually calling today as an active participant in the Momentous commitment and campaign, because this really is our moment for climate action. After our call, I'm happy to follow up with the link so you can learn all about the campaign.
Please do.
Will do. So during this August recess, as Congressman Raskin comes home from DC, I realize it's not a long trek. I asked that he look around to see the ways that climate change is impacting our community. I am personally experiencing really bad allergies much more frequently, and I know that air quality is decreasing and allergens are increasing because of our changing climate. I also know I am not alone in my concern, and actually 78% of Americans now say they're personally concerned about climate change, and 96% of us believe we have a right to live in a healthy environment with clean air and water. And don't worry, I can follow up with those links too.
Yes, please do. I want to share them with the staffer.
Excellent, thanks. So really, to sum it up, we need to solve the climate emergency and not just keep treating the symptoms. I know that Congressman Raskin is very supportive of climate action. I saw his Facebook post yesterday, and I'm asking specifically that he support initiatives that align with the Momentous campaign in that they, 1, cut carbon emissions in half each decade going forward, 2, restore thriving nature, in part to remove carbon from the atmosphere. And 3, prioritize environmental justice. Climate solutions must build equity and can actively work against systems of oppression and racism. I'm asking that Congressman Raskin help bring forward these solutions this fall, immediately after August recess, because we simply cannot wait any longer. I personally have committed to cutting my climate pollution in half, and I'm telling my story in my community to inspire further action. I would really appreciate keeping in touch on this issue if you can provide your email so I can follow up with the resources I mentioned.
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to share my information and would love to have that information to share with the staffer. So it's Annie@raskin.senate.gov.
Awesome. Thanks. I just wrote it down and I'll be following up. My email is rebecca@ecoamerica.org. Thank you so much for your time.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie and Rebecca. It's so helpful to see you model that conversation. Okay, now on to the third step. The third step is to invite others to join you in the Momentous Summer Action Campaign through social media. And you hopefully guessed it by now, we have a kit for you. And let me show it now. It comes with pre-drafted tweets for you to use to invite others to talk about what you're doing in the Summer Action Campaign, as well as invite others to join you. My favorite is the second tweet. I'm turning up the heat on my elected leaders to urge them to make August recess count for climate action. Join me and call on Congress to cut carbon emissions, restore nature, and prioritize justice now. With all of course, the hashtags. So we hope you'll participate in also in this social media piece of it. It's fun and engaging, and we hope you join us now in taking all of these actions. And once you have, we want to know what are you doing? So we have a form you can fill out, and we want to see all of the great actions you are taking. So this form lets us know. So once you've called your congressperson, you've submitted a letter to the editor, you've tweeted on social media, please do revisit this form and let us know what actions you've taken, and so we can track and promote what you are doing. And so that's it. That is the Momentous Summer Action Campaign. We hope that you see it as 3 easy and rewarding steps, and that you'll join us in participating and calling on Congress to take action this summer. So links to Momentous and more information about the summer campaign are below in the description. And please join us every Thursday for live episodes of Let's Talk Climate. Engage with us online using the hashtag Let's Talk Climate, and find past episodes of Let's Talk Climate on the ecoAmerica YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on social media for the latest thought leadership, resources, and episodes on climate action and advocacy. And from all of us at ecoAmerica, thank you for joining today. Be well. Join us in spreading inspiration and inspiring action on climate change. And thank you all for listening.